Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a great day when they're watching this. Today I wanted to do a video talking about the tarot deck that you get at the Halloween pop-up store called Spirit Halloween. Now, they sell mostly Halloween costumes, but I guess because they sell like fortune teller gypsy costumes, they also have all these like props that go with the costume. They have like crystal balls, they have bundles of white sage, which I was surprised about because it is actual white sage in little bags. But the thing that intrigued me and caught my attention the most were these tarot decks, which on the back it just says tarot cards, standard 78 card deck, 22 minor, 56, 22 major, 56 minor. You know, it says warning for novelty purposes only, which is funny. But that's all it says about it. It doesn't really show you what kind of artwork it has because the picture itself is low quality. And it's just tarot cards all the way around it. And well, first of all, it's $7.99. And as a tarot collector, you know, I'm always eager for a cheap buy. I was worried that the tarot cards would literally have the word tarot cards on the back, but that wasn't the case. I bought the deck for $7.99, and this is the box it comes in. It's just regular box, but this is actually really nice. So you see, it even has the Spirit Halloween logo on there, and it comes in this like actual box. A lot of tarot decks I've bought don't even come with this box for safekeeping them, for holding them. They usually just come with like the cardboard packaging like this. So just the fact that it comes with this, I felt like it should have cost more than $7.99 because a lot of other tarot decks don't even come with this. So I thought that this was actually really cool. But the cards actually don't all fit inside. See, they easily just slide around because the cards are thicker than the box can hold. But that's like not really a real issue. Now, this is what the back of the cards look like. So it just has like a moon and the stars, like astrology symbols, I guess. And this is what the cards look like. They're kind of thick. They're not too flimsy, but they're made out of a weird material, and they have these little. You can feel it on the sides of the cards, like where something was perforated, like where there's like they were connected like this, and somebody just kind of pulled them apart, like they were printed on a big sheet, and you can feel it, but it's not too bad. Now I'll go with the majors first. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So the major arcana, they have the numbers on the top, you know, as a usual tarot deck, but they also have these numbers on the left side, which I have no idea why. And the numbers are in no particular order. As you can see, this one is 300, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it goes 1 through 10, and then it goes straight to 20, then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 400. I don't know why they're numbered like that. There's no explanation. It's weird, but the whole deck is done in this artwork. It looks kind of amateurish, but it's also very charming, and maybe done with, I don't want to say watercolor, but I feel like it's watercolor over like pen sketches. But I think it looks really nice, personally. All the cards have their original titles, like the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, as far as I can tell. And they also have random zodiac signs in the corner, but there seems to be no rhyme or reason to the signs that appear in the corners. They all seem to be random. And also, the entire deck is based off of random mythological creatures from like folk tales and mythology, but there's also random gods and goddesses, as well as a few things in this deck that aren't really creatures, like Vikings. So you can take that for what it is. I don't know. I'm familiar with most of the creatures. A few I've never heard of. I don't know where they come from. So let's go ahead and look through the deck. First, we'll look through the major, and then we'll look through the minors by suit. So let's see here. We have the Fool. Remove this. So it says the name of the monster, the name of the card, and then like what creature it is or whatever on the bottom. This one is just a fortune teller. That one is a warlock. I really like the artwork on this one. But I really appreciate the amount of effort went into this deck. Even if the artwork isn't super mega detailed, it's still like a huge undertaking to create all these different pieces of artwork. And I like that I got this deck from a Halloween party store basically for $8, and it's a full 78 card tarot deck. Although I do have a complaint about it, and it's I bought the deck from the store and it was actually missing one of the cards. I think somebody bought the deck and lost one of the cards and returned it, and I ended up buying that one myself. So I had to actually take it back and get a return for it. For a deck like this, I probably wouldn't go through so much trouble as to get an exchange for it, but I really am a big fan of mythology and folktales, and the fact that there were so many different creatures incorporated into the deck really spoke to me, even if it's, done in this style of art. The creatures on these cards, they don't seem to have too much relation to what the cards are that they're on. Like the creatures are just randomly assigned to random cards. Okay, now let's look at the minors, which it's still ace through 10, and then the page, knight, king, and queen. Queen and king, that's the order. They did not come in any order. They came completely scrambled around. I had to sit there and put them into the order they come in. So they don't come in their numerical or card order. See, I don't know why there's an alien in here, but it's fine. I really like this artwork too. This one I don't understand. It says it's a cannibal, but it's literally just a giant. So why would a giant be called a cannibal? And I'm like, maybe it's somebody who watched the show Attack on Titan, and they assume giants are cannibals, but it literally should have just been a giant, not a cannibal. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe they didn't base it off that show. This just makes me think of Lisa Frank, but I still like it. They also had candles in the store that had some of the artwork for some of the cards on the candles, like those like votive candles, not votive candles, like candles like this kind of candle. And they had like the card artwork all across the front for like the death card and a few other ones, but they also had one for this card too. Try not to get a glare on there. Really like this one. See, this one's a barbarian, not really a monster, but there's nothing wrong with it. I like that these are actually wielding swords. Some of the other cards in the deck are less related to the card titles. Now we're in the wands. I love that they incorporated like the little Star of David, because golems are creatures from Jewish mythology. Judaic mythology. Is that more accurate to say? Pumpkinhead, that's not really a monster that I've ever heard of. It just makes me think of Nightmare Before Christmas at the beginning of the movie, but it's still fine. This is a really fun deck. It's a whimsical deck. It's considered a novelty item, like a prop, if you're gonna go to Halloween as a fortune teller. But it's basically a $8, a full color $8 deck with a nice hardcover box, complete with different mythological creatures, gods and goddesses, and this kind of a charming art style. And all of it was only $8, so to me it should cost a little more than that. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe $15 would be like the high end of it, but it should definitely be more than $8, at least in my opinion. I don't know what this is supposed to be either. So to me, it was kind of a steal. Really nice. I don't know if they will have these decks in the Spirit Halloween stores come next Halloween, next October, but the stores are only open for a limited time. Although I did see that they do have a website, and I don't know if the website is functional year round or if it's only functioning during the Halloween season. But I thought it was great. I thought it was creative. A really creative deck. Like his little glass of wine. Now we're in the final suit, the Pentacles. So we have Legolas here, you know, aiming his arrow, Orlando Bloom. And then we have the dwarf, right? These basically are Lord of the Rings characters. I mean, in my opinion. And he's literally a dwarf. I really like this artwork too, the little gremlins. I love that he drew the labyrinth in the background of this one. I think it's great. I love that the Queen of Pentacles is a dryad, because that's like the most earthy female creature. She's literally like a tree fairy. And then the King of Pentacles is a leprechaun. So, funny enough. And that is the whole deck. That is all 78 cards. It's a little clunky. Let's see if I can shuffle this. But yeah, that is the full 78 card deck from Spirit Halloween. It's considered a novelty item, and for that reason, it is only $7.99. It comes in a sturdy holding case for it. It just says tarot cards on the front. And it also comes with this if you want to protect it further. The cards are fairly thick, kind of like a cheap cardboard, but it's fine. It's not that serious. I mean, it was only $8 again, which is to me a steal. You know, a whole deck for just $8. Like, I think it's great. And as a tarot deck collector, I think this was a fun addition to my collection. It's not a serious deck. It's more whimsical. It's a fun deck, I'll say. And as a big fan of mythology and creatures, you know, it's right up my alley. So let's see what cards we pull. We're gonna pull 3 cards. They don't really mean anything. We're just gonna see what comes up. All right. The bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords, the Basilisk. What does that mean? I don't know. We'll see. And then we have the Ace of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Strength card, which are the Giant Whale, the Shaman, and the Manticore. There you go. If you are a tarot reader, then you tell me what this means. But that's it. That's the deck. Hope you guys like this video. If you're interested in this kind of content, then of course, keep watching my channel. Subscribe for more of the similar type of content. If you ever plan on going out and buying this deck, or if you do go out and buy this deck, please let me know in the comments down below. Or just let me know what you think of this deck, because I actually really like it. I actually really like the artwork. It's nice. It's really nice. And I definitely think it's more than $8 worth of stuff. With that being said, I will let you go. So leave a like down below, and I will see you all in the next one.